Tim Hartman Jr. Hartman, a feature event winner here a couple of weeks ago. He will start fourth. This starting spot will be Jack Gentile, another feature winner in 2015. He starts on the inside of row 3. Scott Duell with the 14X will start on the outside of that third row. Then back in row 4 to be Jason Gray with the 00 and Jeremy Pitts with the 27. Row 5, the 856 of Mike Jeske. Connor Cleveland with the 09 will start outside of that fifth row. Back in row 6, the number 7 of Chris Murray and David Schilling with the number 20. Row 7, it'll be the 11 of Josh Sunn. Chris Johnson with the 33J starts side by side in row 7. Row number 8, it's Tim Hodge with the 2 and Joey Scarborough with the 38. Row 9, we find the 7J of Dan Santabarbara and the 14 of Chad Edwards. The 112 of Dave Baranowski Jr., Matt Pappa with the 20 Jr., start side by side in row 10. Row 11, the 27B of Robert Bublak Jr. and Derrick McGrew with another 27. Then it's the 64 of Johnny Scarborough, Nick Lussier with the number 3 as they make their way down here into turn number 1 under green. The remaining cars on the field, Michael Sabia with the 7, Tim Laduc with the 54, Hunter Bates with the 9, Ricky Quick with the 84, the 08 of Jack Speshock, and the 173 of Cody Bleau. That is your starting grid. They are underway. They're green, making their way down the back straightaway with one lap shown complete as they
The Flying Squirrel at the front of the field will click off lap number 2 as your race leader. Adam Pierson sitting in the number 2 spot as they go up into turn number 1 and 2. Car up over the banking in turn number 1 and 2. That is the 14 of Scott Duell, and that will bring yellow out onto the speedway. Sponsored for tonight's racing, as each lap a $10 prize. That is the way the sponsorship program is broken down. It's into 6 different $50 cash bonuses randomly given throughout the field. Laps 1 and 2, Amsoil Racing Lubricants dealer by Jim Nichols. Lap 3, R3 Graphics and Sign Works from Ricky Oxett. Laps 4, 5, and 6, C2 Motorsports from Kevin Cleveland. Clinch green flag in the hand of Rich Peterson once again as we look to go green flag racing. They'll bring it through turn number 3 and 4. We're back underway. Tim Hartman Jr. sitting in that number 3 spot, lurking behind your race leaders as we go back to green flag racing up into turn number 1 and 2. They'll bring it down as Pierson noses out ahead for the time being, but Rocky Warner retakes the race lead away as they head down the back straightaway and into turn number 3 and 4. The Flying Squirrel leads them off. They'll click off lap number 3, 27 laps remaining in this feature event, as now Warner still up in front. Pierson now having a little bit of a challenge from Tim Hartman Jr. as they head down the back straightaway. 3 car lengths as the cars together up in turn number 2. That is the 9B of Hunter Bates, as that will bring out the caution once again as Baranowski will go to the inside of the Northline Landscaping car number 112 machine. He'll head to the infield as well. Michael Sabia also spinning in the number 7 machine up in turn number 3 and 4.
Good Luck Team Green, that is Andrew Massetti. And lap 15, Good Luck Bocus, number 39, and Maxon 96. That is sponsored by Michael Pierce. So that's 15 of the 30 laps. We'll get more back more to these lap sponsorships. But one car off the back straightaway, and we are not going to get a green. Laduc, the car that went off the raceway on the back straightaway. Laduc making his return to racing tonight here at the Great Race Place. Mike had made mention earlier, and usually we don't talk too much about what's going on elsewhere on Friday nights, but Johnny Lutz held the checkered flag tonight. John Lutz Jr., a feature event winner, and a big congratulations go out to him. But the Lutz Family Racing sponsors lap 21. There's Plumstead Racing, Kyle and Nick Plumstead, lap 22, R3 Graphics and Sign Works, lap 23. We're ready to go back to green, back to Mike.
Rocky Warner bears down on the rest of the field as they head up into turn number 1 and 2. Once again, Tim Hartman Jr. going to move right to the outside lane here as they head down the back straightaway. And remember, Hartman has a knack for picking up feature event victories in big paying races. Of course, he won the Mark Hughes Memorial feature event that finished up just last week. And he also was the winner of the Northeast Crate Nationals at the end of last season here at the Speedway. So as we continue in this one, the top 7 or so going to shake out single file as we will now go through the field. Rocky Warner, your race leader. Adam Pierson sitting in second. Third, the 22 of Tim Hartman Jr. Fourth, the 20 of Jack Gentile. Connor Cleveland sits in spot number 5. 6, Jason Gray in the 00. 7th, the 38 of Joey Scarborough. 8th is the 27 of Jeremy Pitts. 9th, the 07 of Jack Swinton. And rounding out your top 10 is the 856 of Mike Jeske. And a very impressive run so far in the number 11 spot as the car goes around. That is Chris Murray. Is the 20 of David Schilling. But caution comes out as Jack Speshock gets into him as well, as the yellow comes out on the speedway here once again with 24 laps remaining here in this feature event.
A lot of right rear damage on Speshock's car as Murray had come to a stop up there between turn 3 and 4. Speshock was off course off at turn number 2, and he was back on it despite the yellow flag being out. Made some contact with Murray on the way by. Looks like Murray's car not too bad after the contact. Back to our lap sponsors. We left off the Racing, the 29, that's Brett Horlocker, the 29 in our 4-cylinder division. He was the lap sponsor for lap 29. And lap 30, Aaron Miller and the Final Reward Trophy. Great guy, Aaron Miller, big supporter of racing. So that is the 30 lap sponsors. And congratulations once again, Rob Hayes and the gang getting all 30 laps sponsored as we get ready to go back to green.
Warner will fire off at turn number 4. Green flag back out on the speedway once again as they go up into turn number 1 and 2. Now Adam Pierson going to make a big to the outside lane, see if he can get something, but Warner shakes out in front. Meanwhile, Connor Cleveland has gone to the inside of Jack Gentile to take the number 4 spot away as Cleveland looking to rock here in that number 4 spot as he's trying to run down spots number 2 and 3. Timmy Hartman to the inside of Adam Pierson looking for the spot as cars come together down the front stretch. That is the 7J of Danny Santabarbara. Looks like a wheel got locked up on that machine as he'll look to reroute it once again. Warner comes around, he'll click off lap number 7 as a couple of battles on the racetrack. New second place man in the form of Tim Hartman Jr. as he will now go to set his sights on Rocky Warner for the number 1 spot. Jack Swinton trying to make his way up. Here comes the 20 of David Schilling as well, as he'll make his way through turn number 3 and 4 as the car goes around up in turn number 2. That is the 7 of Chris Murray as yellow out on the speedway once again. So the 7 of Chris Murray bringing out the caution. 7J of Dan Santabarbara looked like he is going behind the wall here in this one. 23 laps still remaining here in this Friday Night Lights King of Dirt Sportsman feature event. As the 1J of Rocky Warner going to start off once again. We go back to green flag racing. They go up into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Tim Hartman Jr. trying to find something on the outside lane. He's 5 car lengths behind the 1J of Rocky Warner as they head down the back straightaway. They'll barrel into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Hartman to the outside trying to find something. He can see the purple lights ahead of him as they go into turn number 1 and 2. Now Pierson still holding on to 3rd, Connor Cleveland 4th, and now Jason Gray up into the number 5 spot as he has gotten by Joey Scarborough. Yellow out on the speedway once again. The 9B of Hunter Bates. The reason for the caution is he has stopped just off the exit of turn number 4. 1J of Warner going to fire as they head down the front straightaway once again and go up into turn number 1 and 2. Tim Hartman Jr. going to come to the top side as they come off and down the back straightaway. Scott Doyle going to take evasive action. He'll go into the infield in that number 14 machine as they come around through turn number 3 and 4. Warner clicks off lap number 9. We are 1 lap away from the 1/3 mark of this feature event, as now Warner still holding on to this one. Got a 5-car length advantage as they head down the back straightaway. Adam Pierson still holding on in spot number 3. 4th, Connor Cleveland. Joey Scarborough sitting in 5th. Car slows down the back straightaway. That is Mike Jeske in the 856 machine. We'll see if he can bring him back around out of harm's way as we've hit the 1/3 mark of this feature event. Rocky Warner still holding on to the lead. Tim Hartman Jr. second. Adam Pierson holding on in 3rd as Jeske trying to limp his way back onto pit lane as Warner just narrowly misses him to the inside as he continues to lead this feature event as we head towards the middle stages. Battle for the number 5 spot on the speedway is Jason Gray going around the outside of Joey Scarborough for position as he'll battle through turn number 3 and 4 coming off the corner. And it will be Gray taking that spot away as the rest of the field kind of running single file right together. You have the 2 DODSON cars that running about mid-pack with the 3 of Elliott Lussier as Johnny Scarborough up on the outside of Chet Edwards for position. Chris Johnson as well going to the inside of Tim Hodge about midway through the pack, trying to make his way up through the field as he battles in this event for spot number 12. Matt Pappa right there behind him as well, as cars starting to really shake out in this one, as a battle for the number 3 spot starting to brew, however, is the Dean's Electrical car number 09 of Connor Cleveland, now right on the back bumper of Adam Pierson last time through. Meanwhile, halfway sign up at the front of the field, Rocky Warner has paced the field through 15. He's only got 15 more to go to be perfect on the season so far in the King of Dirt Series, as he would be 2 for 2 if he can hold on for these next 15 laps. The Flying Squirrel now out to about a half a straightaway advantage over Tim Hartman Jr. Hartman almost a full straightaway back between 2nd and 3rd, where you'll find the 15 of Adam Pierson. And right behind him, you'll find Connor Cleveland in 4th and Jason Gray rounding out your top 5. Joey Scarborough sits in 6th, Jeremy Pitts 7th, Josh Sunn 8th, 9th is Jack Gentile, and rounding out your top 10 is the 27 of Derrick McGrew. As Yellow coming out onto the speedway. Action. Sitting 5th in the King of Dirt Series points. So the field going to re-rack and go double file here. 16 in the books. That'll put Tim Hartman Jr. on the outside of Rocky Warner as they'll come through turn number 3 and 4. We go back to green flag racing as Rocky slides up. Contact between Connor Cleveland and Adam Pierson. Pierson appears to have a little bit of trouble with the left front on the 15 machine for the time being, but it looks like he keeps it going as they head down the back straightaway. Rocky Warner holding on to the race lead. Tim Hartman Jr. right there behind him as they click off 17. Now Joey Scarborough all of a sudden with a chance to move into the number 3 spot as he's trying to go to work on Connor Cleveland for a podium spot. That'll re-rack Jason Gray to 5th. 6th is the 11 of Josh Sunn. Pierson is now 7th. 8th is Jeremy Pitts. 9th, Jack Gentile. And Derrick McGrew still rounding out your top 10. David Schilling holding on 1 spot behind Derrick McGrew. He has been 11th in a while in a very impressive run as Ricky Quick in the Palmer Service Center car number 84 machine spins on the inside of the infield on the front straightaway as Warner comes around. That'll put 19 in the books now. As Hartman still sitting in the number 2 spot, the 09 of Cleveland sitting in 3rd. 4th now Joey Scarborough. 5th the 00 of Jason Gray as they continue to fight through the corner. Now Gray to the inside of Joey Scarborough. He's had a pretty good run so far in this qualifying heat race, or excuse me, this feature event that is. As Gray goes to the outside lane now as they head down the back stretch once again. He'll try to go to work on Scarborough to the inside. He'll pull even with him through the apex at turn number 3 and 4 as we've hit the final third of this feature event. As a few of the Glen Bear Ridge boys fighting right together As the 00 of Gray, the 11 of Sunn, and the 15 of Pierson duking it out like they do each and every Saturday night. Yellow out on the speedway now as Rocky Warner clicks off number 21. Caution for the Palmer Service Center. Car number 84 of Ricky Quick and Jack Speshock also with a lot of right rear damage on the Donnelly Construction car number 08 machine.
So 21 on the board. Got them back in even rows of 2, and we're going to bring them back to green once again with 9 laps complete. There are 9 laps remaining.
The 1J of Rocky Warner has led all 21 laps in this feature event. Tim Hartman Jr. on the outside of him. We'll see if he has anything for him. Connor Cleveland sitting right there lurking behind him as well as they come through turn number 3 and 4. Warner going to lead him off the corner, but Tim Hartman Jr. kind of gets out in front of him pretty quick as they go up into turn number 1 and 2. Hartman going to have a yellow going to come out on the speedway. Johnny Scarborough slowing, but a no-start situation as well. So a no-start situation going to be the reason for the caution as we will re-rack double file here once again. So next time by, we're going to go back to green flag racing once again. 9 laps remaining here in this feature event where Rocky Warner looking to go 2 for 2 in the King of Dirt Series so far in the 2015 season. As Warner has won just about everything in the Sportsman car so far in the 2015 season. He'd like to put another notch in his belt here tonight at the Albany Saratoga Speedway. As he will fire off the corner. Hartman going to stay right with him as they come off at 3 and 4. That time Hartman gets the jump, and he's going to be your new race leader as they come to the turn number 1 and 2. As they head down the back straightaway, Hartman with about a 4-car length advantage on Rocky Warner. As they come through turn number 3 and 4, car diving into the infield. That is the 20 junior of Matt Pappa. As Hartman leading them up into turn number 1 and 2 here with 8 laps remaining. Warner sitting in the number 2 spot. Third is the 38 of Joey Scarborough. Now 4th, Connor Cleveland, and Josh Sunn rounds out your top 5. Right now, Sunn and Gray right there as well, trying to get to the inside of Connor Cleveland here as we head to the closing stages of this feature event. As now Sunn to the inside of Cleveland almost makes contact with him up into turn number 1 and 2 as they head down the back straightaway. They'll shake out single file. Car goes around in turn number 2. That is the 7 of Michael Sabia. He'll keep it going though, and we will remain under green. Hartman up into turn number 1 and 2. Once again, he'll head down the back straightaway and look to take control of this one. Rocky Warner still sitting in the number 2 spot. As a car in turn number 2, that is the number 2 of Tim Hodge, as yellow comes out with just 6 laps remaining. 15th, John Scarborough. 16th, Robert Bublak. 17th, Chad Edwards. 18th, Tim Laduc. And rounding out your running order is the 7 of Michael Sabia. And the 2 of Tim Hodge rejoining the tail end of the field. King of Dirt Series feature event for the Sportsman division as Tim Hartman Jr. going to look to retake the lead. Rocky Warner right with him. Warner going to try to snooker him. He'll move to the inside lane and try to find something, but just can't get it as Hartman will lead him up into turn number 1 and 2. Contact now as Josh Sunn goes to the inside. He'll lose a number of positions as Pierson and Gray both get by him. Meanwhile, battle for the lead at the front. Here's Rocky Warner to the inside, looking to slide job him. They make contact through turn number 4, and Rocky Warner back to the front of the field. He'll be your new race leader once again. However, cars get together in turn number 4. Yellow out on the speedway as Gentile left on the berm, as that will bring out the yellow flag once again. Warner going to fire. He'll take the outside lane. Here comes Hartman to the inside. He'll make a little contact with him. Rocky almost grabs the wall. They bang wheels up into turn number 1 and 2. And they both go around, and Joey Scarborough will get the lead out of this as cars come together. Oh, what a restart here as Rocky Warner and Tim Hartman Jr. come together on the front straightaway. And up in the driver's seat now will be the 38 of Joey Scarborough. Chris Johnson going to head into the pit area. Looks like he will head into the hot pit. However, his pit area is just like Mark Keselowski's was in the modified, about 25 feet or so past the hot pit area. So we'll see if he makes it back out onto the racing surface. David Schilling, who to date, this was his first run up with the Sportsman division. He had run at the Albany Saratoga Speedway, as he has Joey Scarborough now going to lead him through turn number 3 and 4. Connor Cleveland going to take the outside lane, see if he can find something. Green flag out on the speedway here. 5 laps remaining. Connor Cleveland wasting no time. He'll go to the top shelf as they come off the corner, but he'll open the door for Jason Gray to the inside of the 00 machine. They head into turn number 3 and 4. Gray right underneath them, trying to take the number 2 spot away. Cleveland trying to mount a challenge to get into the number 1 spot as Joey Scarborough right there in front of him. As now Scarborough looking to take control as he heads down the max straightaway as your race leader. Time starting to run out here in this feature event. Just 3 laps to go when they cross the flag stand this time by as Joey Scarborough still with the race lead. Connor Cleveland trying to run him down in this one. The 15 machine of Pierson trying to go underneath Gray for the number 4 spot as the top 5 is shaken out single file. Tim Laduc, the car on the move. He sits 2 spots out of a top 5 run now in spot number 7 here at the 2 to go sign. The Burns Truck and Equipment car number 38 of Joey Scarborough as they come off by turn number 2. Continuing to pace the field, Connor Cleveland still holding on to second as they come through turn number 3 and 4. White flag is out on the speedway. 1 lap remaining now for Joey Scarborough. Scarborough going to lead him up into turn number 1 and 2. Final time through turn number 3 and 4. The winner of Friday Night Lights is Joey Scarborough as he picks up the win. Second will be Connor Cleveland. Third, Jason Gray. Fourth, Adam Pierson. And Derrick McGrew will round out your top 5. Pitts will come in 6th. 7th, Tim Laduc. 8th, Johnny Scarborough. 9th, Nick Lussier. And Tim Hodge will round out your top 10 here in this feature event. Career win number 5 for Joey Scarborough as he picks up the victory here tonight.